Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over a Druid. Now there are still 4 specs for a Druid, so this may take a bit longer than usual. It may be over an hour, I apologise, and if you're going to waste your time watching this, or if you want say Guardian, there'll be time links down below. If you want Restoration, there's a time card thing down below. I apologise for the length of this one because it may be quite a long time. A lot of the videos recently have been sort of about 50 minutes to about an hour. Shut up, Stormwind. Anyway, let's get on with it. So then Balence. I'm going to be doing it up here because look at that view. I mean, just look at that view. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. If you want to screenshot it, feel free now. Done? Good. Let's get on. Let's get on with it. Wrong way around. There we go. So, to start off with, Druids still have all 4 forms. They don't have technically a seal form, but they do have a travel form. And I guess when you jump in water, it instantly turns into you instantly turn into what is necessary. I can actually test this out because I can go over here and drop into the water. But I have to admit, this looks pretty cool, this travel form. Flying bird. Whee! If I go travel form? Yay, seal! What if I go moonkin? Oh, moonkin. Okay. So yeah, you just go travel form, you turn into a seal. That's the only big difference there. For the polymorph stuff. But this new model is super gorgeous. I mean, for a seal. They have worked on all these models because they hadn't touched models pretty much since Classic. They hadn't touched them, so they've decided to take on a new look. That's pretty cool. So let's look at the bear form. Yes, that is the new model. The problem is we get the new models, but the artifact for Druids changes the appearance. So you get this for a few days. You get this for about a month and a bit. I like the tail, it bounces too, but it goes right in between his legs to his bum. I am a Worgen Druid, not a Night Elf Druid, just because I haven't played a Worgen in a long time. Cat form. Brand new model, glowing eyes. All it is just a new, slightly more in detail textures, but it does look really nice. But yeah, like I said, these only last for a few weeks. Travel form, bird, moonkin form, pretty much the same, just updated textures and upgraded animations. Not by much. It will glitch you out its PTR, so I apologise about that. New sound cards as well, I guess. But let's have a look at the abilities, because I've been talking about the new forms for a while, but that is the appeal with Druids, is transforming, shapeshifting. That's why I'm it. I'm a healer, but I love cat form. So let's have a look at the mastery passives. So the mastery is Starlight, increases Starfall and Star Surge damage, and the effect of lunar, solar, and stellar empowerments by an additional 26%. Okay, so yeah, high damage. Currently, that's Moonkin form if you didn't know. That's Balence form. Currently, Balence form is OP. Balence is OP in live, as you'd expect. I do have tons of gear because they all acquire agility or whatever, or intellect or some crap. Yeah, okay, I got everything correct. Just making sure, because every now and again it doesn't. Astral Influence increases the range of all your abilities by 5 yards. And there's travel form, like I said, I'm not going to read that out. It's basically, if you don't get flying, you'll be a deer. So a travel form amount, like a ground travel form, if that makes sense. Teleport to Moonglade, you basically teleport, I'm not going to teleport now. You basically teleport to a place in Kalimdor, I think North of Kalimdor in the Darkshire. basically the Druid home on Azeroth. Yeah. Right. So there's this thing called Astral Power, which is up there, if you look. It's like Rage, I guess. So to begin with, Sunfire. A quick beam of solar light burns the enemy for 5,106 nature damage, and then an additional 27,454 nature damage over 18 seconds to the primary target and all enemies within 5 yards. So that's going to go down here. Star Surge. Requires a large amount of astral power. I don't know how astral power works, so please don't ask. I really don't. I should have revived down here as well. Star Surge. Launch a surge of stellar energies at the target, dealing 32,411 astral damage. Also grants you lunar and solar empowerments. Is that the thing that's here? Nope, Starlight. Okay. That grants you lunar and solar empowerments, which increase the damage of your next Lunar Strike and Solar Wrath by 46%, respectively. It's like, hey look, you're getting another damage, respectively. You can accumulate up to 3 of each empowerment. Wow. Okay. That's large. Starfall. Calls down waves of falling stars at the targeted area, dealing 23,976 astral damage over 8 seconds. Also applies Stellar Empowerment to each target, which increases damage taken from your Moonfire and Sunfire by 46%. Solar Wrath. Rolls a ball of solar energy at the target, dealing 10,777 nature damage, generates 6 astral power. It's basically Wrath. Don't know how this bar is supposed to look, so don't ask me. Solar Beam. Summons a beam of solar light over an enemy's target's location, interrupting the target and silencing all enemies within the beam. Lasts 8 seconds. So that's interrupt. I don't know whether that's going to go there. Revive, just basically it's just a revive, so it restores dead targets to life with 35% of maximum health and mana. Not a combat res. Remove corruption, nullifies corrupting effects on a friendly target, removing all curse and poison effects. Yay! Rebirth returns the spirit to the body, restoring a dead target to life with 60% health and 20% mana, castable in combat. So that's a combat res there. First one I've seen. Prowl activates cat form and replaces it into a stealth when cancelled. Until cancelled. Yeah, I can go there. Actually, that's going to go there, and I can just click on it. Yeah, page 1, Moonkin form. So, I become a Moonkin. Shapeshift into Moonkin form, increasing your arcane and nature damage by 10% and your armor by 200, and granting protection from polymorph effects. Yay! While in this form, single target attacks against you have a 15% chance. You have a 15% chance. Make your next damaging spell instant. That makes very little sense. The attack of shapeshifting frees you from movement impairing effects. Okay, Moonfire. I know this one. Moonfire. A quick beam of lunar light burns the enemy for 5,106 arcane damage, and then additional 33,555 arcane damage over 22 seconds. Usable while in bear form. Like, that's an advantage. Lunar Strike. Call down a strike of lunar energy, causing 15,313 arcane damage to the target, and 2,756 arcane damage to all other enemies within 5 yards. I'm going to shove that like that. I don't know how this bar is supposed to be, so don't ask me. Innovate. Infuse a friendly healer with energy, allowing them to cast spells without spending mana for 10 seconds. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Healing Touch. Heals a friendly target for 24,750. Usable while in Moonkin form. Great. Growl requires bear form. It's a taunt. Entangling Roots. Yippee-ki-yay. Roots the target in place for 30 seconds. Damage may cancel the effect. Okay, so that's been nerfed. Cheers, Blizz. Dash activates cat form and increases movement speed by 70% while in cat form. Yay. I don't know where to put that. I'll shove it like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's decent, I think. Celestial alignment. Celestial bodies align, increasing the damage of all your spells by 30%, and increasing the astral power generated by Lunar Strike and Solar Wrath by 50%. Lasts 15 seconds. Right, and then cat form, turn into a cat, increased movement speed. It grants protection from polymorph effects and reduces falling damage, like a rogue. But the act of shapeshifting frees you from movement and parrying effects. Bear form, shapeshift into a bear, increasing armor by 200% and stamina by 30%, granting protection from polymorph effects and increasing threat generation. The act of shapeshifting frees you from movement and parrying effects. Yay! Bark skin. Your skin becomes as tough as bark, reducing all damage you take by 20% and preventing damage from delaying your spellcasts. Usable while stunned, frozen, incapacitated, feared, or asleep, and in all shapeshift forms. That's pretty cool, I can go there. So yeah, that's Boomkin. Yay. Now time for the talents. Yay. Right, so I have no idea about any of these, okay? But I know that the 45 ones basically give you a boost in other forms. So if you prefer Feral, you can go for Feral. If you prefer Guardian, you can go Guardian. If you prefer Healing, you can go Healing. And it's always different for the... Like, if you're in Healing, you can pick Feral, Guardian, or Balance. But if you're in Guardian, you can pick Feral, Balance, or Restoration. If you're Feral, you can pick Guardian, Restoration, or Balance, and it changes like that. And that's pretty fun. It's pretty cool, actually, in my opinion. Right, let's begin. Force of Nature summons a stand of 3 treants for 10 seconds, which immediately taunts and attack enemies within the targeted area. Warrior of Elune. Instant. Your next 2 Lunar Strikes are instant cast. Which one's Lunar Strike? That one. Awesome. Yay. Star Lord. Guardians of the Galaxy. I love it. Lunar and Solar Empowerment also reduces the cast time of their affected spells by 8%. Ooh, Lunar. Which one's Lunar? What's the cast time of some of these Lunars? Instant, okay. I don't know. Quite like that one, actually. Oh, for God's sake. Lunar and Solar Empowerments. So that's that one. Alright, that's pretty cool. Okay. Level 30 ones now. Wild Charge. Grants a movement ability that varies by shapeshift form. Non-shapeshift flies to an ally's position. Bear form charge to an enemy, immobilizing them for 4 seconds. Cat form leap behind an enemy, dazing them for 3 seconds. Moonkin form bound backwards, travel form leap forward 20 yards, aquatic form increases swim speed by an additional 150% for 5 seconds. I would pick that, but I want to see what the other ones give you. Displacer Beast teleports you up to 25 yards forward, activating cat form, increasing your movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. Renewal instantly heals you for 30% of maximum health, usable in all shapeshift forms. That's like a heal, that's like another heal, I'm going for that one. It's usable in all shapeshift forms, so it's going to go here, because if I do this, they all stay. That's not. Okay. So, yeah, I can shove it like that. There we go. That's better.
I don't have a target.
Ooh, that's creepy. The voice is really creepy. And now it's time to pick what affinity you like. So, this is this is probably the only one where I can't inflict you, tell you which one to go for, because I'm a feral person. I'm a feral guy. Every druid I've ever played either is feral or currently definitely prefers Feral. Like, I currently have a WoW series, which is kind of on the break for now while I'm doing all this PTR stuff, because I don't want to spam you with WoW videos, because that's already what I do anyway. I've always been Feral. Guardian was fun for a bit. I do have a Druid that's Guardian. It's alright, but at low level it's really dull and boring, because you have like 3 abilities currently. And Restoration, I'm currently doing that on my WoW series that I'm currently doing. Drelf, if you haven't seen it, will probably be in the cards and the question in the mark in the top left-hand corner, I think it is. It's pretty good actually, but I'm gonna go Feral. I don't want swipe there, do I? Stupid thing. There we go. Don't want prowl there. That's up here. There we go. Let's sort this bar out. There was one that I had, swipe, there we go. And now going back in Boomkin form. There we go. So now I can do Feral stuff and Moonkin stuff. So obviously now I get to pick which one, but I'm mainly Moonkin. Makes more sense. Mighty Bash invokes the spirit of Yurzok to stun the target for 5 seconds, usable in all shapeshift forms. Mass Entanglement roots the target in place for 20 seconds and spreads the additional nearby enemies. Damage may interrupt the effects, usable in all shapeshift forms. Okay. Typhoon strikes targets within 20 yards in front of you with a violent typhoon, knocking them back and dazing them for 6 seconds, usable in all shapeshift forms. I quite like that one actually. Would you stop knocking me out of Moonkin form? For fuck's sake. It's really annoying. Soul of the Forest. Passive. Okay. Increases the damage bonus from lunar and solar empowerment by additional 15%. I think I've already got one up there. No, it's the cast time. Reduces the astral power cost of Starfall. Which one's Starfall? I really don't know which one's which. That one. Okay. Incarnation Chosen of the Elune. Chosen of the Elune replaces Celestial Alignment. Which one's Celestial Alignment? Question is, do I even have it on my thingy? Nope, I don't. There it is. Celestial Bodies Align. Okay, that can go down here. An improved Mookin form that increases the damage of your spells by 35% and causes your Lunar Strike and Solar Wrath to generate 50% additional power. Like additional astral power, sorry. Last 30 seconds you may shapeshift in and out of this improved Mookin form for its duration. Okay. Stellar Flare. Burns the target for 11,344 astral damage and an additional 47,587 damage over 24 seconds. Stellar Flare benefits from Starfall's stellar empowerment. Okay. I quite like that, and I quite like that. I'm gonna hit that. I've had enough. I've had enough of that. Stupid thing. Anyway, Shooting Stars, passive. Moonfire and Sunfire damage over time had a 10% chance to call down a falling star, dealing 2,203 astral damage and generating 5 astral power. Okay. Astral Communion generates 75 astral power. Okay. Blessing of the Ancients. Gain a Blessing of the Ancients activating or swapping between one of the 2 following beneficial effects. Blessing of the Elune increases astral power generation by Solar Wrath and Lunar Strike by 40%. Blessing of the Anshi generates 2 astral power every 2.3 seconds. Okay. I quite like that. It gives me more choice in where I gain astral power. Solar Wrath and Lunar Strike. Solar Wrath is there. Generates 6. What was that one? Lunar Strike, which is that one. 40%. Okay. It's not masses. Where was that? Blessing, there we go. Right, bottom one now. Don't know how fast that was, but anyway. Fury of the Elune. Calls down a beam of pure celestial energy at the target location. Dealing 16,448 astral damage every 1 second until the astral power is exhausted. While Fury of the Elune is active, you may also recast it for no cost to direct the beam to move to a new location. Oh, Jesus. Complicated. This is so complicated for me. I've never played Balance in my life. Stellar Drift. Increases Starfall's radius by 30%, Starfall damage by 20%, and allows you to cast while moving within Starfall's radius. Oop, hello. Pull the plug. Nature's Balance. Aligns the power of the moon and stars, causing Lunar Strike to extend the duration of your moon fire by 5.6 seconds, Solar to extend the duration of sun fire. I'm going to go for that one, just because it's passive. Yeah. Now it's time to check. Wrong ability, wrong shapeshift form. Now it's time to test out this damage. I have no idea about Balance. I'll be better at Feral, I promise. Or Guardian, whichever one's next. It's Feral, isn't it? Yeah, Feral. Hello. How you do? Right. Let's have a look. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Please tell me you saw that, right? Oh my shit me! Bam 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 bam. Jesus. Alright. Okay, so that was Balance. Fuck. Now I have a Feral. I love Feral, it's so awesome. Right, it's activated. Hello, energy. Mana is low apparently. There we go. This all this other stuff seems like cat formy shit. Don't think I actually have Wrath on here anymore. Right. Let's look at the cat form. Wrong one. There we go. Feral. Primal Fury. Requires cat form and it's passive. All these, there's tons of passive. When you critically strike with an attack that generates a combo point, you gain an additional combo point. Cool. Damage over time cannot trigger this effect. Oh. Okay. Oops. Predatory Swiftness. Your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to make your next Healing Touch, Entangle Roots, or Rebirth instant free and castable in all forms. Oh my god. Omen of Clarity. Omen of Clarity. Your auto attacks have a chance to cause a clear casting state, making your next cat form ability cost no energy. Awesome. Mastery. Razor Claws. Increase the damage done by your cat form bleed abilities by 30%. Inflicted wounds. Rake causes an infected wound in the target, reducing the target's movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. Feral Instinct reduces the chance enemies have to detect you while Prowl is active. Okay. Increases movement speed. And then there's a travel shapeshift form where you basically fly or travel in a deer. Tiger's Fury. Instant restores 60 energy and increases the damage of all your attacks by 15% for the full duration. Lasts 8 seconds. Okay, so that can go down here. Thrash. I have. Strikes all nearby enemies, dealing 2,692 bleed damage and an additional 9,580 damage over 15 seconds. Teleport to Moonglade. Swipe. Don't have. Swipe. Swipe nearby enemies, inflicting 5,967 physical damage. Deals 20% increased damage against bleeding targets. Survival Instincts reduces all damage you take by 50% for 6 seconds, maximum 2 charges. Stampeding Roar. Let loose a wild roar, increasing the movement speed of all your friendly players within 10 yards by 60% for 8 seconds. That shouldn't really be there, that should be there. Okay. Skull Bash! Doesn't interrupt. Awesome. Don't know where that's going to go, but okay. You charge and bash the target's skull, interrupting spellcasting and preventing any spell in that skull from being cast for 4 seconds. Awesome. Shred. Shred the target, causing 13,666 Sign of the Devil physical damage to the target. It deals 20% increased damage against bleeding targets. While Stealth Shred also deals 20% increased damage, but has double the chance to critically strike. Oh, and has a chance to critically strike. Okay. So is that on the bar? Okay, yeah, it doesn't change. Okay. Rip. Not RIP, Rip. Finishing move that causes bleed damage over 24 seconds. Damage increases per combo point. And as you can see there, it increases basically doubles per combo point. 7, 14, 22, 29, 36k effectively per combo point, up to 5. Revive restores a dead target to life with 35% health and mana, not a combat res. Remove Corruption nullifies corrupting effects on the friendly target, moving all curse and poison effects. Rebirth returns the spirit to the body, restoring a dead target to life with 60% health and 20% mana, castable in combat. Combat res, yay! Rake. I can go down here. Rake. Rake the target for 2,886 bleed damage and an additional 14,430 bleed damage over 15 seconds. Reduces the target's movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. While stealthed, Rake also stuns the target for 4 seconds and deals 100% increased damage towards a combo point. Stealth activates cat form and places you in stealth until cancelled. Moonfire. A quick beam of lunar light burns the enemy for 361 arcane damage and an additional 1,729 arcane damage over 16 seconds, usable while in bear form. I'm not in bear form. Maim. Shove that there. Maim. Finishing move that causes physical damage and stuns the target, damaging and duration increases per combo point. So it's like Kidney Shot. Healing Touch heals the target for 9,244. Growl bear form, Furious Bite. Finishing move that causes physical damage per combo point and consumes up to 25 additional energy to increase damage by up to 100%. When used on targets below 25% health, Furious Bite will also refresh the duration of Rip on the target. And basically it does more damage per combo point, which is as it does. There we go. Attacking Roots. Reduce the target in place for 30 seconds, damage may cancel the effect. Dash. Activates cat form, increases movement speed by 70% while cat form for 15 seconds. And then cat form increases movement speed and is basically protected from polymorph effects and reduces falling damage. Berserk. Reduces the cost of all cat form abilities by 50% and increases maximum energy by 50. For 15 seconds requires cat form. And there's bear form where you just gain out 200% armor, 30% stamina. And then increases threat regen, but that shouldn't matter because I'm feral. Okay, I keep dropping in and out of forms, so I apologise for that. I don't know why that's happening whenever I pick a talent or whatever. And the new cat form, yay! Whee! Right, time to pick talents. I'm going to hide away from all the noise. Hello, Missy. Right. So as you can see, that's now changed. If you were watching the balance, I gain balance, guardian, and restoration. It allows me to pick to be another spec inside a spec. If that makes sense. Just finished my relentless. Let's get going. Predator. Passive. The cooldown of Tiger's Fury resets when a target dies with one of your bleed effects active. Tiger's Fury, I think, is this one, isn't it? Yes. Tempting. Blood Scent. Your melee abilities in cat form have a 10% increased critical strike chance on targets with a bleed effect. Moonfire is now usable while in cat form, generates 1 combo point and deals damage based on attack power. Doesn't seem to be that good, because it only does a few thousand damage. Yep, I'm going Blood Scent actually. I've got 44% crit chance, and then I have a few bleeds, I think. That one does bleed, that one doesn't, that one doesn't. That's not a bleed, that one is. Yeah, so I've got 2 bleeds. So I'm going to go Blood Scent to increase... Damn it, okay. I'm just going to keep doing it, I'm sorry. I have a heal already, but that means I have to drop out of form. Okay, renewal instantly heals you for 30% of maximum health, usable in all shapeshift forms. That's a pretty nice heal, to be honest, 30% of my health. It's about 70k, I think, something like that. Maybe. It's kind of trying to divide it by 10 and times it by 3. I'm not great at maths. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Displace a beast. Teleports you up to 20 yards forward, activating cat form, increases your movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. I have dash already. What's the necessary need? I'm going to go Wild Charge, mainly because it gives me different abilities in all forms. Grants a movement ability that varies by shapeshift form. So non-shapeshift form, fly to an allied's position. Bear form basically is a charge and then like stuns them for 4 seconds. Cat form, I leap behind a target and deal damage in 3 seconds. Travel form, I leap forward 20 yards. But when I'm flying it, does that do it? I don't know, I'll have to try it. Aquatic form increases swim speed by an additional 150%. So I'm going that. If I can click it. I think I'm lagging out again. That's fine. Maybe I can't select it. Maybe the world servers have crashed. Yeah, world servers have crashed. Because everyone's staying in one place, so I guess the server's down. Let's look at the other ones. So this row is basically all about what you want to do. So basically you can... Oh, there we go. Back online. I lagged out a bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got it back. Yeah. Wow, hello. Yeah, so this row basically allows you to be anything. So you can either be a balance. You don't get all the balance abilities, but you get some of the good ones. You can be a tank, a backup tank. It's like dual specking, effectively, but with reduced abilities. Like there's only a few. Or you can be a healer. I'm going to be Guardian because you already gain that ability. Oh, awesome. An ability I can use. Lol. Got that on my bar already. There we go. Pick them. So basically what that gives me is Growl, which basically taunts the target for 3 seconds. I have Mangle, which the target for 11,935 physical damage and deals 20% additional damage against bleed targets. Which I guess I can have a bleed effect when I'm actually a tank, I don't know. Strikes only about enemies, dealing 2,000 bleed damage, an additional 2,510 bleed damage over 15 seconds when applied from bear form. This effect can stack up to 3 times. Okay, the swipe is just a flat out damage thing. So it's just a swipe nearby enemies inflicting 5,967 physical damage. Skull Bash is an interrupt, so you know. Iron Fur increases armor by 75% for 6 seconds. Multiple uses of this ability may overlap. That's pretty cool. Frenzied Regeneration heals you for 40% of all maximum damage taken in the last 5 seconds over 3 seconds, minimum 5% of maximum health. So, back into cat form. So basically what I can do now is I can drop into a tank. So say if I'm a DPS in a raid and the tank dies and I have to go into tank to stop the healers or spellcasters dying until they can revive the tank. It's kind of like a mixed balance of everything, I don't know. Mighty Bash invokes the spirit of Yuzok. to stun the target for 5 seconds, usable in our shapeshift forms. Mass entanglement roots the target in place for 20 seconds and spreads to additional enemies. Damage may interrupt the effect. And then Typhoon strikes targets within 15 yards in front of you with a violent Typhoon, knocking them back and dazing them for 6 seconds. I quite like that actually. There we go, I shove that there actually because it's usable in our shapeshift forms. Now there's this one. Savage Roar is currently in live. Soul of the Forest. Passive. Your finishing moves grant 6% energy per combo point. Awesome. King of the Jungle replaces Berserk, an improved cat form that allows the use of Prowl while in combat, causes Shred and Rake to deal damage as if stealth were active. Reduces the cost of all cat form abilities by 50% and increases the maximum energy by 50. Last 30 seconds you may shapeshift in and out of the improved cat form for its duration. That's quite cool actually. Savage Roar. Finishing move that generates 25% increased damage to your cat form attack for the full duration. Lasts longer per combo point. I like that. Would you mind stop doing that? Stupid thing. Seems pretty cool actually. Improved cat form. Oh. That's nice. Got like a red fire underneath me. The 90 level talents. Illumin's Guidance. Immediately gain 5 combo points and an additional 1 combo point every 1 second for 5 seconds. That's like Mark for Death for a rogue, if you didn't know. Mark for Death basically just gains you 5 combo points. Checkered Wounds. Your Rip, Rake and Thrash abilities deal the same damage as normal but in 33% less time. I've got abilities to boost, they do more damage with bleed effects, so that's kind of pointless because you want bleed effects to last longer. Sabretooth. Furious Bite also refreshes the duration of Rip. Oh god, okay. So that increases speed and that increases kind of damage? Rip. Okay, I'm gonna go for Illumin's Guidance. Awesome. And finally, level 100s, Brutal Slash replaces Swipe. Strikes all nearby enemies with a massive slash, inflicting 21,484 physical damage. Awards 1 combo point, maximum 3 charges. So Swipe is here and currently does 5,000 and deals 20% increased damage during bleed effects. Blood Talons. Casting Healing Touch causes your next 2 melee attacks to deal 30% increased damage for the full duration. Awesome. Moment of Clarity. Moment of Clarity now affects the next 3 cat form abilities and your maximum energy increased by 30. This is a hard one, this is a hard pick, but then that does a large amount of damage. That has no cooldown. That has 16 seconds. I'm going to go Moment of Clarity. Here we go, let's test out this cat form. This is actually pretty cool actually, I quite like this. Awesome. Maim. Give me maim. I quite like this actually, it's pretty cool. Right then, That's actually pretty cool, actually. I quite like that. Feel seems pretty cool. Balance is still pretty OP though. Oh, I feel like I've been doing this for an hour now. Druids have a lot of specs. They have a lot more than you realise. But I'm happy that they are different. So, they're the ones that I've picked. Obviously, that row is all up for choice, and obviously they're all up for choice, but they're my preferred ones. On the talents, obviously the same. If you want me to go over the PvP thing at some point, please comment down below, and I'll do it as soon as possible. But obviously, it's quite obvious. You just gain, like, effectively XP, and you level with it. Time to try out Guardian! Yay! Mana low. I know mana is low, you idiot. Idiot. Right, Growl is Q because I'm in bear form. I'm bear. I'm a bear. Yay. Ooh, I've got spikes on me. That's pretty cool. Oh, I love the new I love the new models, like the new textures and stuff. It's so nice. So nice having a decent freaking bear form. Like a nice looking bear form for once. Right. So, passives. Thick hide reduces all damage taken by 10%. Also very, like, you have to imagine that this is a tank. Why have I got an intellect staff still on? I should have a agility staff. Where's my thief? Okay, I've only got pole rooms. Which one's this got? Mastery bonus armor? No, mastery. Okay. There we go. Just a little bit of addition change. Whoa, 461k health. Jeez. Right. Mastery Nature's Guardian increases your maximum health and healing received by 17%. Also increases your attack power by 17%. I can see that. My stamina is 6,000. Gore passive. Using Thrash Swipe or Moonfire has a 15% chance to reset the cooldown on Mangle and to cause it to generate an additional 4 rage. And the travel form is basically turning into a deer or a bird, depending on the level. Teleport to Moonglade, we know what that is. Teleports into Moonglade. Thrash, only in bear form, I think. Strikes all nearby enemies, dealing 9,688 bleed damage and an additional 3,030 bleed damage over 15 seconds. When applied from bear form, this effect can stack up to 3 times. Sweep is just a flat out damage ability, but swipes nearby enemies, so it's like a group thing, so it's similar to Thrash. Inflicting 8,154 physical damage. Survival Instincts. Reduces all damage you take by 50% for 6 seconds, maximum 2 charges. I can go W. Stampeding Roar. Let loose a wild roar, increasing the movement speed of all friendly players within 10 yards and by 60% for 8 seconds. I don't know whether I have that on my bar, but I think I do. Wait, what's that? Nope, I don't. There we go, shut that there. Skull Bash. Just an interrupt of spellcasting. So, you know, the usual, really. Let me just sort this bar out. There we go. Revive. It's a non-castable in combat restoration of dead targets to life for 35% mana and health. Nullify, remove corruption, nullifies corrupting effects on the friendly target, removing all curses and poison effects. Rebirth is a castable in combat, restoring the dead target to life for 60% health and 20% mana. I'm going to shove Prowl down here as well. Prowl basically is just stealth, but activates cat form as well. Moonfire. A quick beam of lunar light burns the enemy for 2,179 arcane damage and then an additional 20,460 arcane damage over 16 seconds. Usable while in bear form, which is pretty cool to be honest. I'm sure that W. Maul. Now this is probably just the main ability for a bear. Just 20 rage, maul the target for 6,116 physical damage. And it's there, and I'm going to shove that up there. Yeah, that's that page done. Mark of Ursol. Reduces magical damage taken by 30%. There we go, damage taken reductions. Armor reductions, spellcasting. Where am I? There we go. Mangle. Mangle the target for 16,308 physical damage. Deals 20% additional damage against bleeding targets. Generates 6 rage. Yes, bears use rage still. Iron Fur increases armor by 75% for 6 seconds. Multiple uses of this ability may overlap, but it does cost 45 rage. Incapacitating Roar. Invokes the spirit of Years Old. I don't know who Years Old is, I guess he's going to come up in Legion. To let loose a deafening roar, incapacitating all enemies within 10 yards for 3 seconds. Damage will cancel the effect, usable in all shapeshift forms. Which I thought an F. Healing Touch is just a heal. I can shove that anywhere I like, therefore Healing Touch is there. Growl taunts the target to attack you and increases generate threat against target for 3 seconds. Frenzied Regeneration heals you for 40% of all damage taken in the last 5 seconds over 3 seconds. Minimum 5% of maximum health. That is going to be S because it's a heal. Yeah, that's Thrash. Entangling Roots. Roots the target in place for 30 seconds. Damage may cancel the effect. Dash. Activates cat form and increases movement speed by 70% while in cat form for 15 seconds. And shove that down as shift, can't I? Cat form is just turn into cat form with increased movement speed by 30%, granting protection from polymorph effects and reducing falling damage. And then bear form, which I'm probably in, which is just a tanky thing, so that's armor increased by 200% and stamina increased by 30%. And you have protection from polymorph and you can increase threat regeneration. Bark skin. Make sure I've got that. Ah! Stop doing that! Your skin becomes the tough as bark, reducing all damage you take by 20% and preventing damage from delaying your spell casts. Lasts 12 seconds. Usable when stunned, frozen, incapacitated, feared, or asleep, and in all shapeshift forms. Pretty cool, I admit that is. Right. On to talents. I'm sorry if this is really dull, because I'm trying to thrash this out kind of speedily, because I know that there's 4 talent specs to go through. And I don't want this video to be like 3 hours long. So a lot of these abilities, 2 of these rows I definitely know are the same. 3 of these rows are the same, and maybe 1 is slightly different. But a large amount of these abilities are not are like spec specific, so that's quite good. If you are a Guardian tank, you have a lot to look forward to, because I've seen some of the artifact changes and they look amazing, but unfortunately you don't get to experience the new bear appearance for very long. The only problem is that the artifact weapon does look a bit crap. Like, if you're in human form, the artifact weapon is basically fist weapons, but when you're in bear form it changes the whole appearance of bear form, which I quite like. So basically it means, hey look, you've been in bear form the whole time. Oh great, cheers. Let's get in, because that's just babbling on. Right, brambles. Sharp brambles protect you, absorbing and reflecting up to 968 damage from each attack. While Bark Skin is active, the brambles also deal 968 nature damage to all nearby enemies within every 1 second. Bristling Fur instant is not a passive. Bristle your fur, causing you to generate rage based on damage taken for 8. Ooh, rage generation. Nice. Blood Frenzy. Thrash also generates 2 rage each time it deals damage. What's Thrash do? It's a bleed effect. Nice. I'm gonna go Blood Frenzy. Right. Level 30 stuff. Guttural Roars. Increases the radius of Stampeding Roar by 200%. The radius of Incapacitating Roar by 100, and reduces the cooldown of Stampeding Roar by 50%. Stampeding Roar. Okay, it's just a movement speed increase. And Incapacitating Roar is that one. Basically just stuns everything. Okay. Displace the beast, teleports you to 20 yards forward, activating cat form. Nah, nope. I'll go for wild charge, thank you very much. There we go. I need growl though. There we go. And that's cat form. Damn thing. There we go. Got it. Right, now it's just picking which one I want to go with. I'm going to go Feral because I like Feral. So yeah, deal with it. Sorry. There we go. That means I can just be a Feral, but you can obviously pick the other 3 specs, which is quite nice. It allows you to be something else. So like, this allows you to be Feral without changing, but also means you can stay in tank, so you can gain tank gear. So you can have your loot set for Guardian, but you'll be in Feral. which I think is quite nice. Quite a nice change from something. Mighty Bash invokes the spirit of Yurzok to stun the target for 5 seconds, usable in all shapeshift forms. Mass Entanglement roots the target in place for 20 seconds and spreads two additional nearby enemies. Damage may interrupt the effect. Damn son. Typhoon strikes the target 15 yards in front with a violent typhoon, knocking them back and dazing them for 6 seconds. Gonna do Mighty Bash. Stop knocking me out of damn forms, Jesus man. And I've got a stun and then a spellcasting thing. Awesome. Soul of the Forest. Mangle generates 5 more rage and deals 15% more damage. So Mangle. That'll be quite awesome. That'll be a large amount of damage. Guardian of Yurzok. An improved bear form that reduces the cooldown of all melee damage abilities and growl to 1.5 seconds. And causes Mangle to hit up to 3 targets. That's going to get an 8-second cooldown. That's pretty OP. Last 30 seconds you may freely shapeshift. Okay, yeah. Your damage has a 10% chance to trigger a free automatic moonfire to that target. When this occurs, the next moonfire you generate 15 rage. No thanks. I'll stick with that, thank you very much. There we go. That seems the incarnation seems to be the obvious one to go for in that sort of level 75s. But it's there's obviously preference, isn't it? Depends on what you want to do with it. You know, casual. Not that one, this one. Silly me. Earth Warden. Every 6 seconds you gain a charge of Earth Warden. Reduces the damage of the next auto attack you take by 30%. Earth Warden may have up to 3 charges. Guardian of Elune. Mangle increases the duration of your next Iron Fur or Mark of Ursoc by 2 seconds, or the healing of your next Frenzied Regeneration. Mark of Ursoc reduces magical damage by 30%. Iron Fur increases armor by 75% for 6 seconds, or increase the healing of next Frenzy Regeneration. Okay. And Survival of the Fittest reduces the cooldown of Bark Skin, so I'm going to go Guardian of the Loon. Thank you very much. It just seems the better one. The middle one seems to be the best for me so far. Rend and Tear. Passive. While in bear form, Thrash also increases the damage dealt to the target and reduces the damage taken from the target by 2% per application of Thrash. Jesus, that's pretty cool. Lunar Beam. Summons a beam of lunar light at your location, dealing 32,280 arcane damage and healing you for 96,840 over 8 seconds. It doesn't say usable in bear form though. Thank you, Liz. Pulverize. Devastating blow that consumes 2 strikes of your Thrash on the target to deal 70,124 physical damage. Reduces all damage you take by 8% for 8 seconds. Thrash also increases damage dealt to the target. I don't really know. Gotta go Pulverize. For fuck's sake, stop damn doing that shit. Done. Awesome. Let's test this out. I do like this model though. Wow. Quite like this actually. It's quite nice. test out this Q. Whee! Right then, that's pretty cool actually, I quite like that. Still prefer Feral though, but Balance is still, like, they seem to have done quite a lot of balancing with these, like they all seem to be doing decent chunks of damage. So obviously it's just preference really. Now time to check out a healer. Uses heal over time nature spells to keep allies alive. Right then, let's have a look. Let's have a look, I say. There seems to be a lot of abilities here. Don't gain a form, like a shapeshift form, like you do in Balance, but you gain Tree of Life, so it's not that bad. Ysera's Gift. Heals you for 3% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. If you are full health, a random nearby injured ally will be healed instead. So that's like an aura. Which is pretty cool. Omen of Clarity. Your healing over time from Life Bloom has a 4% chance to cause a clear casting state, making your next regrowth cost no mana. Mastery Harmony. Your healing is increased by 10% for each of your restoration healing over time effects on their target. Awesome. It's pretty cool. Life Seed. When you critically heal a target with the direct healing portion of Swift Mend, Regrowth, or Healing Touch, you plant a living seed on the target. When the target is next attacked, the living seed will bloom and heal the target for 50% of the initial heal. Lasts 15 seconds. That's pretty cool. Wild Growth. I like this one. Costs 10,000 mana, they're only 160,000. Heals up to 6 injured allies within 30 yards of the target for 8,434 over 7 seconds. Healing starts high and declines over the duration. Okay. Your Soul's Vortex. Conjures a vortex of wind for 10 seconds at the destination, reducing the movement speed of all enemies within 8 yards for 50%. The first time an enemy attempts to leave the vortex, winds will pull that enemy back to its centre, usable in all shapeshift forms. I don't know what that is. Seems pretty cool actually. Travel form, basically turn into a deer or a bird, depending on your actual ability. And Tranquility, love it. Heals all enemies within 40 yards for 30,170 health over 7.6 seconds. Healing increased by 100% when not in a raid. Wait, what? When not in a raid, okay. That's a bit of a dig at people in raids. Swift Mend instantly heals a friendly target for 23,464. Sunfire. A quick beam of solar light burns the enemy for 3,018 nature damage and an additional 10,625 nature damage over 12 seconds to a primary target and all enemies within 5 yards. Revive. I'm going to put it there. Solar Wrath. It's like Wrath, I guess. Causes 7,374 nature damage to the target. Revive basically is just restoring a dead target to life, but only 35% health and mana. Not a combat res, just to clarify. Rebirth is a combat res, but you restore the target to life for 60% health and 20% mana. And we have another res, which is really weird. Revitalize. Returns all dead party array members to life with 35% of maximum heals and mana. Not heals, health and mana, not castable in combat. Rejuvenation. Heals a target for 12,620 health, 28 health over 15 seconds. Regrowth. Heals a friendly target for 7,202 and another 1,938 over 12 seconds. Regrowth's initial heal has a 60% increased chance for a critical effect. Kind of a Rebirth. Prowler for its cat form places you into the stealth when cancelled. Nature's Cure. Cures harmful effects on the friendly target, removing all magic, curse and poison effects. Which I think is pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, 1 page left. Moonfire, a quick beam of lunar light burns the enemy for 3,018 arcane damage, and then an additional 14,166 arcane damage over 16 seconds. Usable while in bear form. Question is, I haven't got my intellect staff on, but do I have my intellect gear on? Yes, I do. Moonfire. Done that one. Life Bloom. Heals a target for 21,032 health over 15 seconds. When Life Bloom expires or is dispelled, the target is instantly healed for 12,890, limited to 1. Iron Bark. The target's skin becomes as tough as ironwood, reducing all damage taken by 20% for 12 seconds. Innervate. Infuse a friendly healer with energy, allowing them to cast spells without spending mana for 10 seconds. Healing Touch heals a target for 20,000. It's basically a simple heal. I'll shove that in. Number 1. Growls Bear Form, so I can't use it. Tangle Roots. Roots the target in place for 30 seconds. Damage when cancel the effect. Efflorescence. Grows a healing blossom at the target's location, restoring 2,910 health to 3 injured allies within 10 yards. Every 1.8 seconds. 30 seconds, limited to 1. Dash is basically just activates cat form, increases movement speed by 70% while in cat form. Cat form increases movement speed by 30%, granting polymorph protection from polymorph effects, and reduces falling damage. Shapeshift into bear form, increasing armor by 200% and stamina by 30, granting protection from polymorph effects and increasing threat regeneration. Bark Skin, your skin becomes as tough as bark, reducing all damage you take by 20% and preventing damage from delaying your spell casts to last 12 seconds. Usable while stunned, frozen, incapacitated, feared or asleep, and in all shapeshift forms. Time for the talents. This is the final set of talents, guys, so thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and tell me down below what other specs and classes you want me to look over. You know, casual. I'm going to be balanced for this, I think. But I'm going to go through them all from the start to the end. Prosperity. Swiftmend now has 2 charges, and its cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. So Swiftmend is this one, its cooldown is 30 seconds, that's quite good. Cenarian Ward protects a friendly target for 30 seconds. Any damage taken will consume the ward and heal the target for 49,344 health over 8 seconds. Abundance. For each rejuvenation you have active, the cast time of Healing Touch is reduced by 10%, and the critical effect chance of regrowth is increased by 10%. So basically it reduces the Healing Touch critical chance. Cast time of... okay, it's reduced by... Healing Touch is reduced by 10%, cast time, and the critical effect of regrowth is increased by 10%, so regrowth is this one. So actually I quite like that one. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Renewal instantly heals you for 30% of maximum health, usable in all shapeshift forms. It's not really great for a healer, is it? Teleports you into 20 yards forward, activating cat form, increasing your movement speed by 50%. Wild Charge grants a movement ability that varies per shapeshift form. Non-shapeshift flies you to an ally's position. Charge to an enemy, immobilizing them for 4 seconds in bear form. Cat form, leap behind an enemy, dazzling them for 3 seconds. Travel form, leap forward 20 yards. Aquatic form increases swim speed by an additional 50% for 5 seconds. I'm going to get renewed. Now I can drag renewal down here and heal myself when I'm in problems. I'm going to go balance. Requires Moonkin form. Requires Moonkin form. Right. So I'm going to set up all these Moonkin form stuff. I'm going to have it basically set up the same. Sausage. Yeah, so she Sausage and Lunar Strike. Awesome. That's all done then. I think. Swiftmend. Tranquility, Wild Growth. Yeah, it's done. Awesome. Yay, Moonkin form. Now time for level 61s. Sorry that took a while. I had to make sure that was all decent and set up properly. So just to clarify, Lunar Strike only causes 18,047 arcane damage to the target, and then Star Surge instantly causes 25,781 astral damage to the target. Also increases the damage to by your next Lunar Strike and your next Wrath by 20%. But I've got my heals there as well, so that's basically whenever I feel like being in it. Mighty Bash, level 60 talents, invokes the spirit of Yurzok to stun the target for 5 seconds, usable in all shapeshift forms. Mass entanglement. The roots the target in place for 20 seconds and spreads the additional nearby enemies. Damaging may interrupt the effect. I think I might go Typhoon. Strikes targets within 20 yards in front of you with a violent Typhoon, knocking them back and dazing them for 6 seconds. Usable in all shapeshift forms. So I'm going to do that there. I'm going to shove Rebirth down here. And then shove that there. And that there, and then that there, and then we've got that there. Awesome. And I don't have Rebirth on there either. There we go, all good. Soul of the Forest. When you cast Swift Mend, you gain Soul of the Forest, increasing the healing of your next regrowth and rejuvenation by 200%, and increasing the healing of your next wild growth by 75%. Tree of Life. Shapeshift into the Tree of Life, increasing healing done by 15%, increasing armor by 120, and granting protection from polymorph effects. Functionality of rejuvenation, wild growth, regrowth, and entangle roots is enhanced. In the last 30 seconds, you may shapeshift in and out of this form during the whole duration. And then cultivation. When rejuvenation heals a target below 60% health, it applies cultivation to the target, healing them for 6,728 health over 6 seconds. Tree of Life is the outright winner there. The only problem is my bar's now freaking full. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. I'll leave it like that for now. Spring Blossom. Each target healed by efflorescence is healed for an additional 3,093 health over 6 seconds. Inner Peace. Reduces the cooldown of Tranquility by 60 seconds. Tranquility has a 3-minute, which is 180 second cooldown. So that's quite good. Germination. You can apply rejuvenation twice to the same target. I quite like these two, but it's still all preference really. I really don't know. Itchy Eye. There we go. It's all preference. So rejuvenation. Here's a target by 19,000, nearly 20. So that'd be quite good. That'd be 40k over 15 seconds. Reduces the cooldown of Tranquility, which does a lot more. Inner Peace. They're all passive that row, so it's all about choice, isn't it really? Omen of Clarity now affects the next regrowth. So that's Moments of Clarity now affects Omens of Clarity. That's going to get complicated sometimes, isn't it? Omen of Clarity. Your healing over time from Life Bloom has a 4% chance to cause a clear casting state, making your next regrowth cost no mana. Affects the next 3 regrowths. That's quite good. Stone Bark. Reduces the cooldown of Iron Bark by 30 seconds and increases healing from your heal over time effects by 20%. So Iron Bark is this one, and the target skin becomes as tough as Iron Wood, reducing the damage taken by 20% for 12 seconds. So it's alright, it's not great, but the healing thing is the more important thing. Flourish. Extends the duration of all of your healing over time effects on friendly targets within 60 yards by 6 seconds. Does that increase the heals though, or does that just increase the time? I quite like that one actually. Flourish is is a lot more appealing. Let's just have a look. Oh, that's an instant. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like that. Oh, for God's sake, I have to wait for the cooldown now. That's 50 seconds. So I'd either go for these two. It's an instant, it seems alright, but obviously it doesn't increase the heals. And that's the most important thing. And yeah. As a druid you need large heals because a lot of your abilities don't heal that much. And the problem is with druids is a lot of them are either dots or really short cast times or large cooldowns, which then creates the problem, oh crap, I don't heal enough, or people are dying and I can't heal in time, which is the reason why I'm not a big fan of druids, and I can now change, yay. So I'm going to go for Moment of Clarity. There we go, all done. These are the talents I'd usually go for. I mean, Tree of Life is the bluntly obvious one, really. You are a healer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand somewhere with a large group of people and show you what Tranquility does. So here's a good point. Holy shit in hell! Oh my god! That was a pretty big heal, wasn't it? Let's heal this guy. Okay, this is quite cool. It's hitting me as well. Awesome. Awesome. Tree of Life. Whoa, that's a nice effect actually. Yes, that's pretty cool. A large amount of heals over time, but you have to keep working. So yeah, let me just get in. Not in Moonkin, damn it. Travel form. So yeah. Wait, what? No. Damn it. Good job I could heal though, didn't it? Boom. You see, apparently you can't fly on the SI-7. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry if it was really, really long, but it's Druid with 4 specs, and I wanted to go over them in detail. Anyway, if you like this and you find it useful, remember to hit like and subscribe, and tell me down below what spec you want, or class you want next, because I'm doing them all in specs. And thanks for watching, thanks for coming to my channel, and check out all my other videos. Some of them are in the cards, playlists, channels, videos. Everything I do is in the cards or down below, so go check them out. Thanks for coming by, and you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. See ya! Goodbye. The birdie says goodbye. Mr. Birdie says bye-bye. Bye-bye. Kamikaze! See ya! Goodbye!